here with our end of year book tag.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Destiny Citadel do this, and we loved hers because it didn't only talk about like your favorite book, your least favorite book. It was more in depth. So we're gonna do that one today, and we're gonna do it rapid fire.
Because there's two of us.
Because there's two of us. Because this lighting sucks.
It's darky.
Because it gets dark at 4 o'clock. Because it hasn't been light all day. So, here we go. Number 1, most disappointing book of the year. Mine would be either Curious Tides or The Brothers Hawthorne. I just had really high expectations, especially for The Brothers Hawthorne. And it just felt like a novella that was extended, and it's like she was being paid by a page for both of these.
Okay.
It's just too long. My biggest stick is too long.
Okay. Mine was definitely The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. I wanted to love this book so much. I purchased it because of the cover, and it just... I just hated it, honestly. So, there's that. I did not like it.
Okay, Underdog, I would say 100% Sisters of Sword and Song by Rebecca Ross. Excuse you?
Sorry.
Everyone knows Rebecca Ross for Divine Rivals. Now, I knew her from this book. This book is so underrated. Why is standalone? Fantasy, 2 sisters, multiple POV. Go.
Sold.
I was.
Okay, this might... I don't know if this, like, technically fits this category, but it does for me. I said the Carvel series, and that's because I read the first book, like, 5 years ago, and I never finished the series, so I decided to reread it again so I could read A Curse for True Love and all of those. And boy, was I pleasantly surprised. I loved that series, and I can't believe it took me this long to read it, and I want to reread it already and annotate it.
Ooh, yes. Okay. Number 3 is Overhyped. I think we have the same answer.
Let's say it together. Ready?
Fourth Wing. It just didn't feel it. If you like Divergent, if you were a Force stan, I'll let you have your skinny jean man. That was not me. And that's all. And that's fine.
Literally the only thing this book has going for it is the dragons, but the dragons don't get enough screen time to make me want to read this anymore.
Okay, number 4, Book Couple. I have 2, I couldn't decide. Slight spoiler for Throne of Glass. Manon and Dorian. What a power couple. What a power couple. Ruler of the sky, ruler of the land. What can't they do? And then number 2, Jackson Evangeline. The Pining.
Okay, spoiler also for...
Not really.
Kingdom of Ash.
Oh, I thought you meant I was spoiling.
No. Spoiler for Kingdom of Ash. If you haven't read it, cover your ears. This is, like, probably such an unpopular opinion, but I don't care. Lorcan in a lead. I am, like, a Lorcan stan.
She goes, Lorcan and... What's her name again? How do you spell that?
I just
Lorcan and her is her favorite.
I feel like...
couple.
I feel like he had such, like, a redemption.
He did.
And it
You're just proud.
Yes, I'm so proud of him. Look how far you've come, sir. You're on the right side. Mr. Right Side. Next.
Number 5, main character. I wrote nothing.
Favorite main character? You
Yes.
have not one?
I just can't decide. Like, every single female in Throne of Glass, a villain or not, they were well executed.
Yeah.
All of them, I love them all so much.
I said Manon. What a baddie.
We love her.
I love her so much.
They're all just...
I mean, the woman has iron teeth. Like, what? I'm sorry.
Honey
what?
always has her nails done.
Yeah.
Like, killing it.
Teeth out, nails out.
Her
Ready
hair.
for a fight. Yeah.
Incredible. Okay, number 6, a book that surprised you. Mine is The Only One Left by... What's his name?
Riley Sager.
Riley Sager. And I didn't love The House Across the Lake, but my mom had read this book.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, you gotta read it, it's crazy, and I absolutely loved it. I still was a little iffy because I didn't want to have too high of expectations since I didn't like his other book. But I loved it so much.
Look, my drink matches my shirt.
You're so cute. Why didn't you give me one?
I'm sorry. Okay. For my surprise, I put The Housemaid because I've heard people talk about this and I was like, what is the hype? You know, like, what is Rita McFadden? What's the big deal? And then I read it, and that switch in POV at the end, let me tell you, what the heck? Like, it is, wow, it took me by surprise.
I'm so glad, since that was the category.
Yep.
Number 7, new favorite author. I'm gonna say Sarah Adams because I've read 4 of her books this year, and I was like, lots of people hype up romance authors. Like, I just didn't really believe it. Nothing against her, but there's just so many popular romance authors. Mm-hmm. But she's so funny. Like,
her banter is great.
It's just, when a book, like, you're trying not to smile, I loved it.
Yep. I did enjoy her reading this year, too. I put Sarah J. Maas, whatever. I haven't read the ACOTAR series. I haven't read what's the other one? Yeah, we haven't read those. So, for me, it was like, she was a new author. And it did not disappoint. So.
She never does. Okay, number 8, happiest book. I'd say all of Sarah Adams' books. Like, you just fly through them. Especially if you're reading it on your Kindle. Like, there is just no opportunity for a break. Those are bingeable books. Because they're funny. They're easy to read. Mm-hmm. You love all the characters. And even if there's something sad going on, they never end badly.
Okay, I'm going to kind of not change my answer, but I'm going to add to it. So, I was going to say, well, I'll just say, anything by Courtney Walsh. I've only read 2 books by her this year, but I would venture to say all of her books are just give you that happy feeling. I read The Happy Life of Isadora Bentley, and then I just recently read Cross Country Christmas, and they were both just so adorable, so heartwarming. If you like the trope where, like, there's an elderly person and he's kind of like a found family member, or he becomes a found family member, I would really encourage you to read The Happy Life of Isadora Bentley, because that one had a lot of found family aspects. But yeah, I just really enjoyed her writing this year.
Okay, next up we have frustrating book. I have a book I hated and a book I adored. And I was annoyed with both of them. The one I'm annoyed with was Fourth Wing and Kingdom of Ash. Kingdom of Ash had me in fear. Like, I don't know how it took me so long to read it because it was scary.
It was. And we read it at the same time, but I think you were a little ahead of me. I remember reading it.
We went back and forth.
Yeah, I remember reading it on the way to Oklahoma this summer, and you were sitting behind me.
And I was like waiting through the seats.
At some point, I like turned around and I was like,
and I was like, everything's fine right now. What do you mean?
So, yeah. I said The Secret History. So, I'm really proud of myself for reading that this year. I've had it on my shelf for a while, and I really wanted to see what all the hype was about, but I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't get it.
I think like the concept and the storyline was interesting. It was just way too long and way too mundane. And I mean, the chapters were like hundreds of pages. I mean, it was just excruciatingly slow. Like, you would know in detail what they did every single day. It was like almost like a diary. But anyways, I'm glad I read it so I can say that I did, but it was frustratingly slow.
Okay, next up we have favorite adaptation. We have the same, I think, for the next 3. Daisy Jones and the Six.
Obviously.
I still, like, they made my Spotify Wrapped.
Mm-hmm. As they should.
They were on my Spotify Wrapped. How, like, what else could compete with that? Now, also, I loved the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes movie.
I
The
didn't read
music
that.
for that is incredible as well. But I think about Daisy Jones all the time. Next up, longest book, Kingdom of Ash.
Yep, same.
Shortest book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
We just finished.
We have a little book club class
I didn't
at our
pick
school.
one for favorite cover. Okay, I'll look while you say.
Okay. My favorite cover, we'll definitely give her moment, is The House Witch. I can't pronounce the author's name. I didn't, like, absolutely adore the book. I gave it, like, 3 stars. It was a good concept, a little long, but the cover is just coziness in a picture. I love it.
I would say Encyclopedia of Fairies, for sure.
I
love that it's matte. I love that it's, like, a little smaller than others. I just think it was very unique the way that cover was executed. And I hope the second one is similar and they don't, like, make it a different size or something.
Yeah.
Because that's really annoying when they do that.
Okay. The book you still think about, this is a really funny answer. This is me, I guess, like, my maternal instincts. I am not joking when I say the book I think about a lot. This is so embarrassing. Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton. I feel so sorry for him. And I'm just like, are you okay? Because it doesn't seem like you're okay. What are you doing besides taking, like, Harry Potter BuzzFeed quizzes every night because you're the #1 fan? Are you okay?
What I'm saying. I was going to say Throne of Glass, because I do think about that a lot. But I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, I'm just going to keep it at that. Because I do think about this a lot because I want to get the new covers in hardback and annotate them this time.
We want to, like, annotate them in different colors,
yeah.
So it's like, who's doing what?
So I'll stick to that.
Okay, cringiest book.
Fourth Wing.
Again, skinny jeans, no thanks. Next, popular book you loved. I put Assassin's Blade. I feel like there's very mixed opinions about Assassin's Blade.
I don't have that one.
Oh, well, just think real quick.
Okay.
And I loved it. Like, sure, there were some stories that I cared about more than others, but as someone who I will say I am nosy, like, of course I want to know her backstory. Of course I want to know about Sam. Like, it just makes you appreciate little details through the rest of the book so much more, in my opinion.
I don't have
That's
anything.
the only one I could come up with.
Yeah.
Did I just delete? Oh, I thought I deleted everything I wrote down. Next, highest rated book, again, Kingdom of Ash with a 4.37. I keep saying that. 4.73.
Whoa.
On Goodreads.
Wow.
Yeah.
She is impressive.
Which I feel like is common for, like, last books in a series because
Yeah.
it's the only people people that read it love them.
Well, too, I feel like that one could have gone bad, though, because of the length.
Yeah.
Like, if people didn't feel like it was worth the length, I feel like people would have been inclined to read it even worse. I don't know. But clearly not.
Okay, next, a book with a unique concept. I put The Only One Left. There's a very important typewriter element in this story that I thought was just very fascinating. Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't know. It added, like, a sense of eeriness to the story, and then also Daisy Jones and the Six because of the interview format, of course.
I said well, I guess the series is called The Shepherd King, but One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. I felt like that was unique because of the magic system with the deck of cards element. So I can't really think of anything I've read that's similar to that. So.
Okay, and then a book you read that you would reread. Like every book I've rated highly, I would reread Once Upon a Broken Heart, because this year that was a reread. I would reread the Throne of Glass series. I would reread Sarah Adams. But I wrote down Sisters of Sword and Song. Because I really want to annotate that one, too.
I think I would reread, well, obviously I said Throne of Glass, but I think I would reread the Caraval series over.
Yeah, but I didn't read that this year, so I can't say it.
I know, but I think I liked the Carvel series better. So that's maybe unpopular. I don't know, but
I feel like you like it because it's darker.
I like the
Like there's almost a fear element.
There's
that's
more
kind of missing.
mystery involved. I feel like. Anyways.
Once Upon a Broken Heart is daytime and Carvel is nighttime.
That's
like
true.
There's no doubt. Okay, next. What is your 2024 reading goal?
No, I haven't set a number. Did you?
No.
Okay.
I usually just set my goal as whatever I read the last year, around there, unless it's an odd number, because I can't handle it.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, 5 is an odd number, but it needs to end in 0 or 5. Like, I can't. I'm not going to be like 69, which is what I've read
Me too.
so far this year, except I just realized I haven't marked Narnia's read. So 70, I guess.
I'm just going to say, for me, because we are moving across the country in the middle of the year, so we'll be getting ready to move half of the year, and then we'll actually do it in the middle of the year. I'm just going to focus more on reading things I enjoy, not things that I feel like I have to read because they're popular or coming out. And then for the prioritizing, I just want to try to read more of the books I physically own and like ticking through.
I think I read less books this year than last year. Yeah. Last year I read 77, and the year before that I read 85. So I'm going down, which means at least maybe that means I have more friends.
You're working and doing other things.
So I'm fine with it going down. However,
if the quality stays the same.
Yeah. Also, like, I read some manga this year, so that counts as a book, which in my head it doesn't, like it does, but like 4 manga is one average length book. And I don't know. I feel like I could either read a lot less this year. Okay, so that's the end of our end of year tag. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below how many books you want to read next year, how many books you read this year, what your favorite book was, all those things. Maybe like and subscribe if you want.
No pressure.
And we'll see you next week.